Ali is an AI professional and researcher for almost 9 years. He completed BSc in CSE from Khulna University and Masters in Applied Statistics and Data Science from Jahangirnagar University. He is currently working as a Chief Technology Officer at ViSIE Limited, an AI startup based on Dhaka. Alongside that, he is a consultant data scientist at MetLife BD, SACMID, and DW Akademie. Together with SACMID and DW Akademie, they developed AI for Journalists, a 5-day training program for aspiring young journalists. As for his hobbies, he loves watching movies and anime and reading books. Who amongst you here are anime fans as well? No one? Okay, so let me introduce now Mr. Ferdous bin Ali.
Hello. It's not working. না রিজেক্ট করেনি এখনো বলছে না প্রাইস আই থিঙ্ক okay. Nurse there, okay. Yeah, slide, yeah. Okay. No, slideshow. Go find that it's mirror now, okay. Just give me a moment. Okay. জাস্ট এটা আমি ডাউনলোডটা করে নিতে হবে। এটা সম্ভবত মিরর মোডে হয়ে গেছে। ঠিক আছে, ওটা ঠিক আছে। হ্যাঁ, আমার স্ক্রিন ঠিক আছে। হ্যাঁ, না এটা জাস্ট ইয়া হয়ে গেছে, মিরর হয়ে আছে। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
আপনি হ্যাঁ
আমি চেঞ্জ করে দিই।
ওকে, চেঞ্জ করে
এটা ম্যাক ম্যাক
ও ম্যাকে স্যার
সমস্যা নেই, আমি এটা ডাউনলোড করে নিয়েছি। এটা হচ্ছে
হ্যাঁ চলে আসছে।
ওকে ফাইন।
হ্যাঁ মুভ করে দেন, মুভ করে দেন। আপনাদের স্ক্রিন দেখেই বলবেন আর কি তাহলে।
ওকে না ঠিক আছে।
স্যার চাইলে হাতে নিয়ে বলতে পারেন।
আচ্ছা একটা দিয়ে বলি আপাতত, এভাবে বলি। Hello everyone. Good afternoon. So, thank you everyone. I'm very humbled and honored here to be in front of with you to share a bit of my experiences. So, thank you all for welcoming me. So, this is a conference like actually I'm not a person to be here. I'm a very technical person. But the thing is, when I love to explore many things. So while exploring, I explored in different domains. I collaborated with like bioinformatics domain. I collaborated with genetic engineering domain and different other domains. Sociographic domain, economics domain. So then DW Academy reached me out to like generate a curriculum for AI for journalists so that like in day to day, the journalists can have some tools so that it enhances their ability to incorporate the modern technologies to their workflow so that it increases their ability and performance. So from that point of view, from that point of my like learning, I started to exploring new things. How like modern AI can influence and impact the ways, the techniques that current mainstream journalism follows. So from that point of view, I am here. So I will share my very little piece of experience that I have in my like 9 years of career. So thank you all. Thank you AIUB for organizing this nice event. Thank you 10th CJEN conference and the organizing committee and of course DW Academie and SECMED. So as the session is split into two sections, actually I had a plan to narrate it in a different way. But I have to improvise due to the lack of the time. So I will go for like in the first half, like before the lunch, I will talk about like the understanding of AI. So there are a lot of people here I can see. Many of them are like, I believe they are very engaging with AI. They are from like very young. They may be students, they may be professionals. So I also want to understand their perspective, their understanding of AI and how they are using it in their daily life. And then I would like to share a bit of my experience, light in the global context and the newsroom scenario. I will wrap up the first half of my presentation in here, and then after lunch, I will start with the successful case studies and the ethical challenges and some essential tools that may help everyone. So are we on the same page, audience? Okay. So this is my version of AI, which is very gibberish, very techy. So I want a non-tech view of AI or your perception of AI, how you perceive AI. Anyone would like to share his or her experience? Hello, anyone? Okay. So actually what AI do? The main purpose, the main philosophy of AI was to mimic human intelligence. So back in 1954, when the term AI was introduced, so it was basically the way of like mimicking how human thinks. So like for the almost like 60 or 70 years, the AI or the machine learning, those terms were used interchangeably, and they are only limited to very limited capacities. And even though we used to use machine learning in our everyday lives, but we didn't notice. For example, right now we understand, we see, we have ChatGPT, we have Gemini, we have Claude, many tools. But before that, we were also using AI tools previously. Like how many of you have noticed that when you are using YouTube to listen to songs, it also have a bar right inside, right beside you, and say, you may like next. Anyone noticed? That was also AI. It analyzes your behavior and predicts what you may like next. When you're typing in your smartphone, it suggests the next word in your like keyboard, right? That's AI. So AI was the very little tools that we have been using for a very long time, but actually we are all hyped or all very inspired by AI after the emergence of ChatGPT. It changed all the landscape. Why? Because it dramatically and drastically reduces human effort. So sometimes I believe it's making me dumber, okay? So let me throw some jargons there. So in order to understand AI, there are several ways to understand AI or like to achieve AI, human-like intelligence. So very simply, if I want to mention here, so you have a computer, right? Everybody uses computer. So what is a computer? Computer is a system that takes as an input something. It may be number, it may be image, it may be text, and that it converts it to your desired output. It also maybe can be anything. Okay. So what is the machine learning here? The computer learns your behavior, your data. So you are the data here. What you are using, what you are doing, everything is data here. Okay. So the way, the policy or the system that learns from this data, the set or the family of algorithms is called machine learning. Okay? So this is how machine learns about you. This is machine learning. This is the like pre-step of AI. And there are some other jargons there like NLP, natural language processing, and computer vision. These are the like something you can call it data processing techniques. Why I'm saying this? Because natural language, how you process natural language, it's natural language processing. How you process your speech, how you process your text, how AI or how computer processes your Facebook status, that's all natural language processing. And like computer vision is like how computer sees things. It's like video, it's like images, they are the computer vision things. Okay, so these are the very basic components of AI. So in order to work AI properly, they may have this kind of component or not. Sometimes they can be different, sometimes they can be same. Suppose like when you prompt a ChatGPT to generate an image, so you give the text as an input, and the output is an image. So the input is a text, which is the processed by the NLP techniques, and the computer vision, the image generation way, this is the computer vision thing. So this is the very basic jargons you need to understand if you want to understand this. So now let's come to out of my comfort zone. So the newsroom process, how the newsroom works. You know everything about this, right? How data and content ingest, then content creating, and then product localization, and distribution and feedback. So let's think another way. I am right now recently developing a product. It's a fun toy project for me. So it's something like a news aggregation platform, okay? So what it does, it collects data from all the newspapers that are online, like Prothom Alo, Jugantor, Kaler Gontho, Manav Jobin, all of the newspapers and like Daily Stars, all of them. And it accumulates all the data in a single dashboard. I am actually focusing on a very specific domain of data. It can be financial, or it can be like sports, and it can be anything. So actually I am focusing on a very specific domain. So for that, actually what I was seeing as a reader of news, or like as an observer of news, so most of the times all the news are reported, they are lost. Okay, there is no follow-up news. It lost after a certain period of time. It may have lost interest, but it's not finished. The event isn't finished. So actually what I was trying to do, I am just creating a mind map, or like creating a series of news events that is reported in different domains, like different papers, different medias, and sum up that if how many news are finished and how they are finished. Okay. So you can think it's a very easy thing. It can be, if you give effort, you can work with ChatGPT, you can work with Claude, you can do it like in a very couple of hours. But the thing is, to do that, I need to have a very lot of and heavy workload of AI. So what do you think? What can be the exciting features for this kind of project? Any idea? Any suggestion? Nobody? So like everybody is losing interest, or like I'm not like making things clear? What's the situation here? Or like everybody is hungry? Okay, so actually I'm following this protocol. I am generating, I'm collecting data from the sources. I am validating them among them, and like generating the content based on that. And actually my dashboard is my production lineup, okay? So, how does AI influences current journalism, if I want to talk about that? So you can see in many countries there are like AI reporters that reads news for the audiences. So it also like content tagging and like fact checking. So we'll go through the case studies, some very interesting case studies that actually shows how AI is used very rapidly in those things. But actually another very interesting fact, that was a survey by Reuters. It says that only 12% of audience is like comfortable with news generated by AI. So when using this kind of tool, so we have to be very considerate about this kind of scenarios as well. So I want to show you something. Okay. Let me check. Okay, no, it is not working. So actually I would like to wrap up the pre-launch session right now, because I think everybody is not very interested in this. So actually I am talking about the very interesting fact. Have you watched this anime or this movie? This is a Korean animated movie. It's like 2.5 minutes long. It's totally developed by AI. So this is called Cat Biggie. I believe you will love when you see it, because like current animation and video generation tools are very good. So you can see, I will show you also some demo if possible, to check how realistic this video can get. Thank you.
So thank you, sir. That is actually our first half of the workshop. So everyone, just want to make an announcement. So 1:30, okay, we can have the Juma prayer at AIUB Masjid. So you can proceed there. And for the others, from 1:15 to 2:30, you can go to the 10th floor for our lunch. And then we will be back here at 2:30 for the second half of our workshop.